Title: Adenventures in the Sugar Jungle. Once upon a time, in a tiny bustling ant colony nestled beneath the roots of a grand oak tree, there lived a brave little ant named Andy. Andy wasn't like the other ants in the colony. While most of them were content with gathering food and building tunnels, Andy had a big imagination. He loved to dream up exciting adventures and would tell his fellow ants stories about faraway lands, pirates, and treasure hunts. One sunny afternoon, while Andy was out on a food-gathering expedition, he spotted something extraordinary: a massive, shiny trail of sugar cubes leading into the forest. His antennae twitched with excitement. This wasn't just any trail. It was the legendary Sugar Jungle, a place where mythical ants were said to find the sweetest treasures ever known to the colony. "Ha! Today's the day I become a hero," Andy declared to himself, puffing out his little chest. He rallied up his best friends Gidget, a speedy and super smart ant, and Buster, a strong but somewhat clumsy ant, and together, the trio marched toward the sugary wilderness. As they entered the Sugar Jungle, they were in awe. The trees were made of candy canes, and the ground was soft like marshmallows. But there was one problem. The jungle was full of sneaky, mischievous creatures. First, they encountered the gummy bear bandit Sticky, gummy creatures who loved to steal anything sweet. "Watch out," warned Gidget, her eyes wide. "The gummy bear bandits are the most notorious thieves in all of Antville." Andy wasn't afraid. "I've got a plan," he said, grinning. He instructed Buster to gather some of the leftover sugar cubes to create a decoy. As the gummy bears swarmed toward the decoy, Andy and Gidget dashed past them. They leaped over candy puddles, dodged jelly bean traps, and finally reached the heart of the Sugar Jungle. The golden lollipop tree, said to have the most delicious sugar treasure hanging from its branches. But just as they were about to celebrate, a loud roar echoed through the jungle. "What was that?" Buster asked, his legs shaking in fear. Out from behind the candy bushes emerged the most terrifying creature they'd ever seen. The Coconut Crunch Beast. Its body was made of crunchy coconut shavings, and its eyes glowed like sugary fireballs. "You shall not take my treasure," the Coconut Crunch Beast growled, revealing a mouth full of caramel teeth. Andy's antennae stood straight up. "Uh-oh, we might need a new plan." Thinking quickly, Gidget noticed something at the base of the golden lollipop tree was a pile of melted chocolate syrup. "If we can get him to step in the syrup, he'll get stuck." With a flash of determination, the three ants worked together. Buster distracted the beast by running in circles and accidentally bumping into trees. But it still worked. While Gidget carefully led the beast toward the gooey syrup, Andy, with a swift move, used his tiny legs to flick a sugar crystal into the syrup, creating a sparkling reflection that caught the beast's attention. The Coconut Crunch Beast charged, but as soon as it stepped into the syrup, it got stuck. "Arg, Sticky? Too sweet." It howled as it tried to free itself, but the syrup had a grip stronger than the toughest rock. With the beast out of the way, Andy, Gidget, and Buster were free to pluck the golden lollipop from the tree. It was the sweetest thing they had ever tasted, and they knew the colony would be thrilled. As they marched back home, their bodies bouncing with sugar joy, Andy looked at his friends and said, "I think this calls for another adventure." And so, the ants learned that with teamwork, courage, and a bit of imagination, they could conquer any challenge. And who knew, tomorrow might bring a new adventure in the great, sugary unknown.